Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to today's Reputation Marketing Mastermind. I'm incredibly excited to be here with everybody. I think it's vital that you realize that this is not a training and this is not a mastermind that's going to talk about product specific or tactics. We're here to build you a business. That's my expertise, is building businesses. This is what we do with our customers. We help them build their business, and we use reputation marketing is the fundamental building block of every single marketing that we're doing. So now you guys have a chat box or a question box that you can ask questions. I promise you I will get to as many questions as possible. If I don't answer them, just be patient, because we're gonna cover a lot of ground here, and maybe your question's gonna get answered, but I will try to stop along the way to answer some questions. But what we're gonna be doing is trekking through an entire process of how to build a business successfully, and then how we leverage reputation and really do that very quickly. Because it is my goal to have every single one of you a customer in the next 10 days. Is that good? Is that a good goal? A new customer in the next 10 days. And so what we're going to do is 10 days from now, we're going to do another mastermind about 10 days from now. And so if you do everything I say correctly, and you actually take action, you're going to go and crush it. So I think it's important everybody realizes that the goal isn't to learn a new tactic or strategy, it's to get customers. And so let's jump in here and let's go through some of the highlight points of what I want you guys to take away. So make sure you have a pen and paper. I hope you're just not listening to listen. So I want to give you a good warning. Do not learn fulfillment, ever. Fulfillment is overrated. Some of you have already bought courses and gone on webinars and bought software, and what you do is you go into the back office and you watch all these training videos and you never go out and market. You are going to learn more than what you need to learn already on a previous webinar when you actually purchase this training, but also you're going to learn more today than you'll ever need, more than any CEO, more than any VP of marketing of any million-dollar company, about reputation. So can everybody say, I'm not going to learn fulfillment? Put it in the chat there. I'm not going to learn fulfillment. Right? So what do you want to focus on? Focus on marketing. You're a marketing company. You're not a fulfillment company. You're a marketing company. You help businesses market their products and services. So please, everybody, focus on marketing. So if you ask me a fulfillment question, I'm going to taser you, okay? And so let me give you some language for this. Now, another thing we want to focus on is giving value. We always want to lead with value. A lot of us, when we market, we talk about backlinks and mobile and optimization and responsive themes and social media and likes and all that junk and blah, 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 blah. No one cares. You know what they care about? Getting more customers. So we need to give value in a way that helps them get more customers. So everything we talk about in the next 45 minutes is about getting more customers. Now here's why first of all, let me ask you guys this question. Put in the chat box or the question box. How many of you, if you were to get a contract today, signed contract, $1,000, when do you start fulfilling? Tell me when you would typically start working on that customer. When would you do that? Okay, immediately, next week, right away, a week, 30 days, immediately. Okay, now you're reading my screen for some of you, but never, ever fulfill for 30 days. Now, does that confuse anybody? Like, wait, I just got a contract. Shouldn't I do that right away? No, never fulfill for 30 days. And here's why. This is how we build businesses fast. We never want to lose momentum. When you got Mo on your side, you're going to crush it. And what happens is you go from selling to fulfilling, and you stop selling. And then you fulfill, you get frustrated, and then once you get fulfillment done, 10 days later, you start selling again. And ups and downs and ups and downs, and your bank account is empty. Does that make sense? Who feels that way and is going through that right now? You're going through fulfilling to, okay, back and forth and back and forth. No. We market for 30 days nonstop. So let me give you some language. Please write this down. Mr. Customer, we only work with a limited amount of customers every single month. And so if you get your check-in and sign contract in by Friday, we can start the 1st of next month. And so if it was June 15th, you would say, July 15th. It was November 1st, you'd say start December 1st. It's 30 days. And typically, sometimes you'll get a little pushback and you go, wow, this is so great. I mean, can't you start right away? And say, look, we actually work on economies of scale. And so because we work with limited companies, we have a docket that opens up. So our docket opens up on the 15th of next month. So if you get your check in today or by Friday and you get your contract in by Friday, we can start on the 15th. And then they'll say, why can't we start earlier? I say, well, you can. But to be honest with you, you haven't worked on your reputation for the last 4 years. I doubt another 30 days is going to really make that much of a difference, don't you? And, I chuckle and laugh. And, they'll smile and go, yeah, I get it. But then I have had some people push back and go, I really want to get started right away. And I say, well, we have got an early start fee. So it's called our fast track. And it's only $750 more. Because what we'd have to do, we'd have to take someone out of who we're currently working on and move them around. So if you'd like to pay that fast start of $750, we can move you up or we can get you on the 15th. So can you get your check and the contract in by Friday? Does that make sense? Is that good language for everybody? So here's what happens. When you go out and you sell, then the next day you sell, the next day you sell, the next day you sell, and now you got $10,000 in your bank account 30 days later. And fulfillment in learning that back-end stuff is so much more fun when you got money. More importantly, now you got money to pay someone to do it, and you keep on marketing. Any aha moments right there? Does that make sense? See, we want to teach you how to really build your business, not just do another tactic or another strategy, because that's never made you money. Okay, so let's jump in here and let's talk about why you should never. Some of you, let me talk to those that are experienced. You bought a lot of courses, you spent a lot of money, you've been doing this a while, all right, but you're still not making $10,000 a month. So those of you that aren't taking $10,000 a month, let me say this. Follow my exact process. Don't you dare try to be creative with it. Don't you dare add a word to it. Don't take a word from it. I have tested this, and I've been working on this for over 10 years of my life, these sales strategies, and I'm handing them to you on a silver platter. If you're not successful, would you rather it be your fault or my fault? Which is it? Your fault or my fault? You'd rather be my fault, right? It's David's fault, right? Of course. No, you'd rather place the blame on me. So if you don't do exactly what I say to do and you don't put forth the effort, that's your fault. But if you do exactly what I do and exactly what I say and what we're about to train on, then it becomes my fault and I can help fix it. But I have had literally hundreds of people come to me that tweak this and take away this and don't do this and don't do that and think they can do it better. When you're doing $5,000 to $10,000 a month in residual, then I give you permission to be creative and do what you want because you got bandwidth at that point. But until you're making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in residual, don't touch a thing. All right? Deal? Everybody putting the deal, right? Okay, good. Okay, now, here's the next big takeaway. Lead with one product. Solve one problem. By the way, how many of you, put in the chat box, I'll just say it out loud, how many of you, how many products do you have? Mobile would be one, social would be one, video would be one, maps would be one, PPC would be one, Facebook marketing would be one. How many? So I got 5, 6, 10, 4, 3, 18. Oh, Mark, you need therapy, buddy. 8, Daniel says, you need therapy too. Gavin says 4. Wendell says 2. Wayne says 2. So let me explain this. I don't care how many you sell. What I care about is what you lead with. You only lead with one. One. So in Lead Kahuna, which hopefully all of you have right now, and all of you have gotten, but in Lead Kahuna, we have what's called a tip and go strategy. The T stands for target one market. The I is identify one problem. So here's the psychology, and this is the absolute law, okay? You don't want to break laws. If you don't believe in gravity, jump off a building and see if your belief really matters. You don't have to believe in gravity. It's there. It's going to work on you hardcore if you jump. So here's what's going to happen. Here's the law of sales. The more problems you identify, the more solutions you will try to sell. The longer it takes for them to make a decision, and the chances of you closing the sale plummet to the ground. Let me say that one more again, a little bit slower. The more problems you find, the more solutions you're going to try to sell, and therefore the longer it takes to make a decision, and your chances of closing the sale drop dramatically. Agreed? Everybody, let me know if you agree with that or not. So if you go in, you go, oh, you need mobile, you need a website, you need PPC, you need social, you need this. You're never going to get that sale, and that's why some of you are struggling financially right now, and why others of you, you've had great success in other industries, but you can't find success in this one as much as you would like. Trey says, yes, you overwhelm the client and yourself. Bob says, options are confusing people and they don't make a decision. So Bob, this is what I say. A confused mind never buys. And that's why I love reputation. It's real easy. You're either going to buy, or you either have a good reputation or you don't. It's that simple. So this is the last takeaway point, because I want all these takeaways as we go over this. Reputation monitoring is a commodity. Let me say that one more time. Reputation monitoring is a commodity. In the future, in the very near future, it's going to be free. Everybody's going to have reputation monitoring. Mark my words. It will be free if it's not already on a lot of different levels. So wait. So why are we even doing this? Because the cool part is this year, in the next 12 months, is going to be the biggest boom in reputation you've ever seen. And if you're in front of it, it's going to carry you and you're going to explode your business. But if you look at reputation monitoring is what you're selling, you're going to get crushed, because everybody's got it. I can go get reputation monitoring for $19, $50, $100, $200. It's a dime a dozen. It's a commodity. All they're buying is software. Just like PPC. PPC is free, right? Everybody knows PPC is free. They give it to you. You can do it yourself, or you can pay another company to do it. So the commodity isn't the monitoring. It's the money is in the marketing and the consulting of how to build a 5-star reputation. So can everybody agree right now that you are not going to sell monitoring? You never, ever sell monitoring. Hey, we're going to monitor your reputation. No, we're going to market the reputation. So that's what I want to take you. I want the big takeaway to say reputation marketing is what we're selling, not monitoring systems. Okay, good. I already changed my sell sheet to marketing. Great, Terry. Awesome. All right, so let's jump in and I want to give you some quick faculties about how the business is built and what you need to build a full business. Now, some of you have some of this, some of you do not. That's quite all right, because there's a couple different people that are actually on the line here. But let me explain how we built our business so you can model it and just copy it. So the first thing every business needs, and the first thing that every business is going to, the way it's going to be built successfully, is you need a successful lead generation system. So your business needs one. The dentist needs one. The attorney needs one. The spa needs one. The automotive dealership needs one. Every business needs a lead generation system. And a friend of mine, Jeff, said, I love the way he put it. Your body needs food, right, to survive? Well, your business, the food of your business are leads. If you don't have a great lead generation system, your business will die. It'll never grow. So everything, all efforts need to be all hands on deck to build your lead generation system. The second part of every business is a way to convert those leads. Now, are these the same personality types, yes or no? When it comes to lead conversion, are they the same personalities, yes or no? No, they don't. No, not necessarily. Typically, lead generation people are people that can push the button all day long. Push, 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 push. Lead conversion system are people that don't like push buttons. They like to sell. They like people. They like to socialize. They like to engage. Now, for you, guess what you are? You're both of them if you don't have someone working for you, right? You got to generate leads and you got to convert those leads. So everything that we're going to focus on right now is going to be lead generation and lead conversion. Why? Because there is no fulfillment. Why would you even spend an hour in fulfillment when you have no customers to even fulfill with? Does that make sense? Everybody get that? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay. Now the third part of your business is client fulfillment. So these are the three ingredients. When you build these brilliantly and you hire someone to work for you to do this, you have a business that works for you and not for your business. And so the last thing is I want to share with you how we did. Now we've got Lead Kahuna. That's our software that generates leads. Everybody that we work with uses Lead Kahuna. If you do not have Lead Kahuna, make sure you get it. You can log into your reputation marketing blueprint. You can go to recommended products. And if you would like a license for that, for our members or those of you who say, oh, I love Lead Kahuna, I would like to get an additional license, it's only $99 for the year, for the full year. So it's less than $10 a month for the full year for unlimited leads. So if you don't have that, I suggest you have that. If you've already got a lead gen system you're already using that really works for you, I just want to make sure everybody's got a lead gen system. It's the life and the pulse of your business. Now, lead conversion is called our reputation report. Yeah, each license for Lead Kahuna has 2 seats. So my suggestion is you put it on your computer and then you hire someone as an administrator to help generate leads for you. The brilliance of Lead Kahuna is you don't need to be the person that does it. You can have someone else send out emails, someone else send out mailers, someone else go find leads, someone else send messages via web forms, someone else send out videos, all that stuff. So step 2 is reputation report. That's a lead conversion system. And then Reputation Kahuna is our fulfillment system. And then even if I just gave you all these 3 today, you still wouldn't know how to use it. So that's what Reputation Marketing Blueprint is. It's the expert training process that covers all 3, generating leads, converting leads, and fulfilling on leads. This is the picture on the box of what your marketing should look like. Now, does this make sense, or are there any questions? Because if you don't have this, and if someone can't give you this, you'll never be able to create a successful business, and you'll just create a job for yourself, and you'll never know where you are. Now, inside our masterminds, we teach in great detail on this, but I just at least want to cover it at a high level to say, okay, I definitely need to be using a lead gen system, and if you don't have one or want an extra one for your team, then you can use Lead Kahuna. I definitely got to use Reputation Report because that's going to convert those leads, and I'm using Reputation Kahuna to fulfill. So here's the entire business right here. So is this the perfect picture? Does that make sense, the picture on your box of what your marketing should look like? Any questions? Gavin, Craig, Tom, John, Sarah, Rosen, Trey, We got everybody. Ben, Bob, Brett. Any other questions on this? All right, let's rock, Trey said. I love it. John says, finally, a clear picture. I see the different products and what they're about now. Good. So that was the whole goal. So now that's just a setup. Let's jump into your reputation marketing training, and let's start masterminding together to build your business fast. So I want to reiterate why we call it reputation marketing. And what I want to do is I want to give you the words. If you change your language, you change your business. So this is really important. Why do we call it reputation marketing? It's because management, there's already a predisposed concept to it. Management is defense. You don't make money managing, you make money marketing. So here's the exact words I use when I walk into a business. Hey, Mr. Customer, we're reputation marketing experts. And the reason we're experts in reputation marketing is reputation management is obsolete. Businesses don't make money managing. They make money marketing. What if you had a brilliant management system, but you had no marketing for your company? Would you ever make any money? And guess what their answer is? No, we wouldn't. And then I say, so anyone that ever says those two words together, reputation management, they don't know what they're talking about. Their strategies are obsolete. Because the future of online marketing is reputation marketing. It's more powerful than SEO, social media combined. Did everybody get that language? Do you want me to say it again, or has everybody got it? Okay, let me say it one more time. Reputation management is obsolete. You don't make money managing, you make money marketing. If you had an amazing management system, but you had no marketing in your company, would you make any money? And they say no. And you say, that's why we focus on reputation marketing. Everybody else that says those two words do not know what they're talking about. They are obsolete. So guess what happens? John Smith walks in the door 2 weeks later in the middle of my proposal, and he goes, oh, we do reputation management too. And guess what the subconscious mind says to that person, the decision maker? Oh, they said reputation management. They don't know what they're talking about. They're obsolete. Can everybody see the language traps that I laid down for my competition? And so can you. If you change your language, you'll change your entire business. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the right language in the next few minutes here to go out and crush it. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to create something called a tie down. Now, a tie down in marketing is something that ties them down so they can't give us an objection. So what we do is it's called a tie down because we tie down an objection ahead of time. So if you're on a boat and you got some stuff on the boat, you don't want it flying around, you tie it down so it never gets loose. This is called a tie down. So now this slide I'm giving you is in Reputation Marketing Blueprint. Everything is there. So what it is, it's bonus 7. Let me just jump into it real quick here. It's in bonus 7. And if you scroll down here, the one thing that you must do is you must learn this week, bonus 7, the professional sales training. This professional sales training is everything I have. It's every word. It's all my slides. You can download the scripts. And watch. I want you to watch this. Can everybody write down, watch the director's commentary on reputation marketing. I go word for word, line by line through every single slide, and I explain the psychology. This 90-minute training will blow you away. It's the best training I've ever done, and it's the best training word for word that will get you to close clients fast. So inside Reputation Marketing Blueprint, go to bonus 7. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you go over those slides because that's your presentation. Any questions on that? Yes. So when we do the next mastermind, I'm going to hold you accountable. And the next 7 to 10 days, you must go through the actual bonus 7. Remember, we're not focused on management. We're focusing on marketing. We're not focused on fulfillment. We're focused on marketing. So this is why this slide is so important. I always ask the customer, and even if I'm having a casual conversation, this slide is in my phone. And it's a JPEG file, and I pull it up, and I say, hey, they go, hey, what do you do? I said, well, let me ask you a quick question. If your 3 services were virtually identical, service number 1 had 4 good, bad reviews and 2 bad reviews. The second service had no reviews, and the third had 6 5-star reviews. Which one would you buy? And what do you think they say? They say the third one. Yes, the third one. That's a tie down. Now, what objection am I tying down right now? What objection am I tying down? Which one? What do you think? The objection is reviews don't matter. Because as soon as he says service number 3, I got him. Because then I go, well, you said earlier that you would pick the service with 5 stars. Kevin said, is reputation really important? Yep, that objection's overcome. This is why I don't get the objections that everybody else gets. Because I set it up. 80% of all the work of a sale is on the setup. Everybody, does that make sense? Is that helpful? Yes, Gavin, correct. So, so once I get this slide, the next thing I do is I want to make sure that I prove to them that reputation marketing is more powerful than any other marketing. And I prove to them by using Nielsen. Now, this is exactly what I say word for word, and this is in the sales training, but I want to give everybody some highlights. And I say, Mr. Customer, Nielsen, the most credible source of advertising in the entire world, did a study, and they said, to what forms of advertising do you trust the most? And with SEO and pay-per-click and social media and everybody hiring companies to do all this work, the new commodity of online marketing is trust. That's the new currency. The new currency of online marketing is trust. So this is why this stat is so important. So when they surveyed people, look, they said 92%, 9 out of 10 people think that, hey, I trust from people that refer me. So by the way, you guys have a good referral strategy? You guys have good referrals? You get a lot of referrals? Oh, yes, we get a lot of referrals. Yeah, a lot of our business are referrals. Then I want you to look at the next way that businesses get business in their advertising. And there's nothing in between this, by the way. Consumer opinions posted online. Reviews. Are you kidding me? 7 out of 10 people trust reviews more than any other advertising. The only one that beats it is friends that refer. So you mean you could hire and do press releases all day long and be on the front page of the Miami Herald or the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and they only trust that half of the time. And that $10,000 website you just built, they don't trust that either. And the emails they signed up for, you spent all that time putting all those lead capture systems together. They don't even trust that marketing. And look at TV advertising down here. They don't trust that. And by the way, those of you that are doing text message marketing, you know why it's not very effective? Look at your screen. No one trusts it. If trust is the new currency of online marketing, then we need to market with the most trusted way that people believe. And that's reputation marketing. Any aha moments right now? Is that good stuff? Is that helpful? So hopefully we're slowing it down a little bit, and you can see, wow, this is powerful stuff. And the cool part is no one even sees this. You're the only ones right now that get this. And so I want to real quickly kind of pause here for a second before we jump into a few game changers. And I want to see if I've got Steve Young on the line. And Steve, are you there?
Hey, what's up, David?
Hey, how are you, man? Thanks for coming on the line. We've got some brand new people to Reputation, and I wanted to just basically, because you've been through this type of training before, what are some of the highlights or any aha moments that you that helped you out in the last few minutes that we've been talking?
Well, yeah, having already been through the training, it's amazing what you catch the second. By the way, I'm out of breath because I'm on the exercise bike. So it's amazing what you catch the second and third time around. I'm sitting here taking notes, and the things that stand out to me are three things. A confused mind never sells. You know, for years I would pitch a client, give them way too much stuff, and then they'd never buy anything. That's so important. That's huge.
Yeah, I would say it this way: a confused mind never buys.
Never buys. I'm sorry, never buys. Yeah,
a confused mind never buys. Correct.
Never buys. Number two, if you had an amazing management system but no marketing, would you ever make any money? I don't say it, that slide that we'll use, I don't say it like that, and that's perfect to say exactly like that. If you had an amazing management system but no marketing, would you ever make any money? And the answer is going to be no every single time. So, because I talk to these people and they say, yeah, well, you know, I'm doing a little something here, a little bit there, you know, but they're not really doing what they know they need to do. So that was a huge important statement. And the last one is this. The new currency of online marketing is trust. Now, I know that we thought about it, but that one line right there is huge because everybody wants the next best thing, and the next best thing is trust. You can't do any better than that. And the way we're going to build trust is by building their reputation in online reviews.
And so let me give some numbers here. Steve, how many customers did you have 90 days ago?
I had two.
Before you started really in a mastermind going through a process like this, how many customers did you have?
Well, I had two old customers that had been out for a couple of years, but I had zero having to do with reputation marketing in this new system, zero.
In the last 90 days, because you followed a system, how many customers were you able to acquire?
Right now, we have 6 new customers.
And how much money in total, and then divide it in upfront and residual in 90 days for everybody?
I've generated $20,000 in upfront fees, and I have my monthly residual at $9,700 a month.
Okay, you everybody hear that? He's generated over $20,000 in 90 days and a $10,000 almost residual every single month. He has built a 6-figure business in 90 days. And now I know that you were really frustrated in the very beginning because you were working really, really hard. And tell me how you feel now that you've got some customers. And are you leading with anything else besides reputation? I mean, can you kind of explain how important reputation now has been in the last 60 days now that you've gotten some customers and you're seeing it over and over and over again. You're seeing, you're getting better, kind of sharpening the sword. And you also took some things out. And that's why I wanted to bring you on, because you had sold a couple customers. Then you started to struggle, and then you came on a mastermind like this, and you said, I need some help. Things aren't going that well, and you took some things out. Could you kind of explain to people that are brand new about making sure that they do exactly what I'm explaining, and they follow the system and take action?
Absolutely. So, David, you touched on like 9 things there in that one question, but first of all, I would say that I want to clarify something. Of those 6 clients, every single one of them signed a 1-year agreement with me. So I have over $100,000 in guaranteed revenue over the next 12 months. So
Brilliant.
I'm excited about that. All right, so all those guys signed a 1-year agreement with me. Next thing I want to mention is I only focus on reputation marketing now. When I first listened to you and heard reputation marketing. I don't know what caught my eye about it, but I was like, what the heck is reputation marketing? Why is it so important? And how am I going to sell this? I don't even know what it is, but going through your process step by step, not reinventing, not trying to add anything, just following it to the T is critical. It's amazing what it can do. You know, it really is the foundation of any business's success, period.
And
they've got to have a good reputation.
And now you took some things out of the presentation, didn't you, and how that worked out?
Yeah, that didn't work out too well. You know, after you've done it a couple times, you start, you know, changing things. Oh, if I just do this or I just do that, and you know, I was doing that for probably, I don't know. My closing ratio wasn't that good because I signed some people up and then thought I'd get cocky and change a couple things and make it better. And I realized, you know, a little while afterwards, I need to get back to the basics, focus just on the basics, follow the system exactly as you put it together. And when you do that, it's amazing that the results, people are just, you know, you create a better relationship with you, they trust you more. You're not trying to short step the process. You know, when you cut corners or you skip a step, you know, it's going to end up costing you. It's going to, you know, you want to minimize your margin for error, and you really want to focus on the exact program you lay out for us. And when you do it that way, you know, you're going to close deals and sign new clients.
And what else were you selling but ahead of before reputation marketing? Were you doing mobile or social or SEO?
Not much.
Well, no, I know you weren't selling much. I'm just, but what products were you lead with, and how many did you have?
I was doing a little bit of SEO, and, you know, I say I do all this different stuff, you know, from endless rise, and I really wasn't selling much of anything. I'd meet with somebody, and I'd pitch 4 or 5 different things, you know, and people would walk away and go, okay, let me think about it, and then getting them back online was the most possible thing. You know, I basically just threw way too much at them, and their head was swirling. I could see it, and I would consistently do that. I would consistently do it the wrong way. You know, I know the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. But it wasn't until I got hold my hands on your program, and I'm like, dude, you got to follow this to the T. Don't reinvent the wheel, and it's working. Now I've got it, you know, scaled up so that things are really popping.
Love it. Steve, thank you so much. I want to keep you on for a little bit longer, but is that helpful for everybody to hear someone that has been exactly in your shoes, did a lot of products, threw a lot out, wasn't going to get a hold, and then he switched, he narrowed his focus down to one product, focused on reputation, and now took it to the next level. Now, real quick, I want to ask you, for those of you, one thing we don't have in Reputation Marketing Blueprint is contracts and proposals. We actually have that inside Local Marketing Genius, and let me just show you that real quick. And could you just, I want to open it up real quick so everybody, if you actually go into Local Marketing Genius when you log in, you see contracts and proposals down here. You use my contracts and proposals, Steve?
I do. I use your contracts and proposals. I adjust them a little bit. You know, I want to make sure that I customize them and make them look personal to them. Mm-hmm. And they work. They work awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, how good are they with the problem solution format and the training? Do you recommend those?
Absolutely. That's a great start, and it works. You just got to stick to it. And even though the presentation is a little bit long, if people stay on that presentation, they're more likely to buy. It's those guys that show up and aren't rushing you are the guys that are going to want to buy at the end of it.
Yeah, they're just a few dollars. So if you guys jump in the contracts and proposals, I just try to cover enough for a few, support tickets. So if you guys need contracts and proposals, you don't have them, you can log on Local Marketing Genius, and you can go down to contracts and proposals and take a look at that there. So good stuff. Well, thank you, Steve. Man, you've been just fantastic with this. So what I want to do is I want to jump in and actually go over what I think is vital for your language when it comes to the big game changers. So I call these game changers. And this is again, these are all slides that you have in Bonus 7, but I want to make sure your questions are answered because this game changer is very important with my language because I always have this slide ready, should be on your iPad, should be in your phone, should be on your laptop, because when you actually talk to someone, you want to educate them that 80 million Google Plus pages merge with company's website and they reveal their reputation. So here are my exact words. No, Steve does not do maps marketing when he walks his foot in the door. He only does reputation. So I want that to be very, very clear. Reputation. So let me explain it this way. Reputation. Is it true, yes or no, that people buy when they see themselves in the product? Yes or yes, absolutely. So people don't see themselves in maps. They don't see themselves in a mobile. They don't see themselves in social. They don't see themselves in video marketing. They certainly don't see themselves in backlinks. We have to really sell them hard. But when it comes to reputation, selling reputation is like walking into a company with a mirror. Then walking into the CEO's office, putting that mirror right in front of them on top of their desk, and starting to write their reviews and say, read the mirror. Did everybody get that visual? People buy when they see themselves in the product. And so if you want to sell fast, there is no better product on the planet to sell than their own reputation. It is powerful. That's right, Craig. So let me explain where most people don't understand this at all. That if you type in a company name and city, you will get the first line of the company, which is the company website. You will then get a few lines about them from their website, and you will get Google Places or Google Maps or Google Pages. So I know they even still call it Google Places even 2 years later. So, but it's their Google Plus website is merged. So you can't get away from it. 80 million Google Plus pages merged with the company's website. And by the way, most of you don't even know this. Maybe a lot of people do now. But Google actually has created a review system that will monitor reviews in the back office of everybody's Google Plus. Now, again, monitoring is a commodity. We're not talking about monitoring. We're talking about marketing. But so I'm letting you know this. When Google releases that, refines it, every business is going to be thinking about reputation. Every business. And they're going to need to figure out how to tame this beast of people leaving reviews. They're going to need to learn how to capture reviews. They're going to need to learn how to market their best reviews. And you're going to have a solution for that. So let's kind of practice this right now. And someone in the chat box, give me a company name, any company name in any city. Doesn't really matter, make a difference. Any company name in any city. We're going to go to Google. I just want to show you, put the company name and city in the chat box. You know, like a dentist or doctor or something like that, anything that's local to you. And so if we do, well, it might be easier. Give me a niche that you want to go after, John or Craig or Kevin. Give me a niche that you want to go after. So let's do dentist in Miami, right? So if we do dentist in Miami, so let's do this guy here. Great Expressions Dental Centers or Jocelyn Mendez. So, or Skyline Dental Care, right? And that's in Miami. So let's do this. Skyline Dental Care. Do everybody see this? Oh, I even spelt it wrong. Miami. Oops, let me do it one more time. Oh, my screen's not changing. Let me give it a second to catch up. Is it changing now? Okay, good now. So I typed in Skyline Dental Care, Miami. Everybody see that? So if I do that and I click, look what comes up. At the very top, their reviews, right there. So let's do it again. Let's find another niche. Let's do dentist. Let's do what's another niche you want to do? Dentist. Let's do roofing. That's a good one. Thanks, Wayne. And what city? Let's do roofing in Dallas. That's okay, roofing Dallas. Okay, so here we go. Alpine Roofing. Okay, so let's look at that guy. Alpine Roofing. Alpine Roofing. Oh, look at that. Dallas. Oh, look at this. Do you guys see this? Now, I want everybody to screen capture. Look at this. This is critical. This is Google's instant suggestions. This means hundreds, if not thousands, are typing in these keywords. You won't find this in PPC. You won't find this in AdWords. You won't find this in keyword research anywhere. It's right here. People are searching for Alpine Roofing Dallas. And look at complaints. Now, this is kind of rare. I see complaints. Reviews are all the time. So here's what's going to happen. John says, oh, I got a roof leak. And he talks to his neighbor. He's like, so I saw you got your roof done like 2 years ago. Who'd you use? And they go, Alpine Roofing. He's like, hey, you got the phone number? No, just Google it. So here's what he does. Alpine Roofing Dallas. He goes there. He sees, oh, okay, let me call them. Right? And you can see here, he's got some good reviews and he's got some bad reviews. Everybody see that? Now, nobody wrote anything here, but what does he need to do to get rid of these reviews? He needs to get more good ones. So no monitoring system on the planet's going to help him. He needs to get some more good reviews and push those bad reviews off. And if you literally give him 2 more 5-star reviews, he's going to have a 4-star, almost a 5-star review here. Can everybody see the power of that? Get more reviews. Okay, so this is a big game changer, and no one knows about it yet. Now, another big game changer is the fact that reviews are everywhere. Reviews are now a major ingredient in maps, pay-per-click, website rankings, organic rankings, local directories. And again, I can't say this enough, Google has now created an entire review system, review monitoring system, free for everybody to use. And so every single company is going to go, whoa, I didn't know I had this. Before, we had to convince them, Steve, that reputation was important. Over the next 6 months to a year, we won't have to convince anybody of anything, because now that Google has actually put out a huge monitoring system, every single company is going to see it. The problem is they won't know how to capture more reviews, and they won't know how to increase their review ratings, and they don't know how to market their reviews. So even though Google put out a huge monitoring system for free, there are huge issues with it, and it's got a lot of bad data on it too. So now that you've got a reputation monitoring system, and you've got a reputation marketing system, and you've got a process, you're going to crush it. So you are literally going to be, it's like going to be shooting fish in a barrel, because no one's going to be able to compete with you. Any questions on this real quick? Any questions? Come back with complaints. Can you click on that and explain a way to go forward with that? No, don't worry about that. Just the only point I want you to make is when you're talking to a company, they have to see that people are typing in these words. And when they type in these words, what are they finding? That's the only point I want to make on that. Hay says, companies with bad reviews are the low-hanging fruit. Should we approach and illustrate them first? Yes. Do people use Google or Yelp more? They use Google more, but Yelp is the second one. Yelp is the number 2. Many businesses have no reviews at all. How do you handle that? Jillian, that's brilliant. So let's do something with no reviews real quick. That's a great question. So let's go back to Google. So I'm going to go back to Google here, and let's type in roofing Detroit. Take a look here. How many people need your services on the front page of Google right now? How many? All of them. Now, what if corporate roofing company had 5 stars? Who would get all the calls? They would, right? This is huge. Now remember the question about, well, what if I don't have any reviews at all? But nobody else has any reviews either, so I guess we're all in the same boat. No, 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 we're not in the same boat. You need reputation marketing, and your phone will start ringing. So guys, this is just so much money sitting out there waiting for you to grab it. All of this makes sense, but can you get past the gatekeeper and decision? Brett, I want to talk in a few minutes just about that. It's a great question. So in order to get past the gatekeeper, you have to give something of great value, and we're going to talk about how you actually do that value. There seems to be no stars on your Detroit roofing page. Yes, because you need a minimum of 5 reviews to get the stars. So 5 reviews to get the stars. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's see here. Let's move this a little bit more forward here. So I want to make sure that everybody really sees what we're doing. So that's a big game changer. Now, another big game changer that you have to educate. Now, are we selling right now? Are we selling to companies? Is this a big sales pitch? Yes or no? No. This is educating. This is you, the consultant. This is you building value. You building authority. There is no selling. How many of you don't like to sell? How many of you, when you even think about selling, kind of get queasy and go, man, I don't want to sell. I want to help people. Yeah, Craig says I hate it. Donna says I hate it. I mean, I won't get into the whole psychology of selling and, why it's valuable. But we don't sell. We educate. We consult. And if they don't see the value in what we're educating them, they're probably just not a good customer to begin with. We don't push hard. And let me ask you, Steve, do you push hard when you sell? You still there at all? Oh, okay. We lost him there for a second.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, still here. So
I used to be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still there. So I was gonna tell you as far as my sales approach. I'm old school. I'm 46, and I grew up, with an in-your-face type sales approach, and it's worked for me in the past, but it no longer works that way. I mean, it's totally not that approach. It's no hard closing. The way I position myself is it's just educational. You provide them the value up front, and we position ourselves as the prize. We're only going to choose one company in your particular area with your niche. We've identified 3 or 4 of them, and in the next 2 weeks, we're going to select one of them. If you're interested in being part of our group and getting the results that we're sharing here with you, then we'll talk about that later after we do the live recording, or after we do.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant, 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 brilliant. Love it. So does everybody see this is not hard selling? This is just educating. But here's the difference. You got to go out and take action. You can hear it in Steve's voice. He's taking action. It's just not about sitting on webinars. You got to go out there and make a difference and help businesses. So another big game changer, and this is what happened to me. It all started about almost 3 years ago, when we would typically step 1, we'd market a business with maps and SEO, and then we help them with their 5-star reputation because we know when they need to get some reviews. And back then, reviews were actually an SEO trigger and for maps, so it would be an optimization factor in maps. And then what we realized, and it was just actually by an accident, is we would have somebody ranking at the top of Google, and then one month they'd have like 120 calls, and they dropped to 60 the next month, out of nowhere. And we're like, man, we're still ranking. We looked at all the optimization factors. We're like, that's crazy. And then slowly, it would go back up. So what we did is we saw this anomaly several times, and then all of a sudden we realized, oh my goodness, there's a bad review at the top. So I was working with the company, and I pitched them on $1,500 setup and $1,000 a month for maps to rank in top of Google Map. And then I said, so let's take a look at your listing, and I saw a bad review at the top. And I said, wait, we actually can't do maps. We have to do some reputation, and I said management at that time. First, we'll do that for 90 days, and then we'll come back and we'll do your optimization to get you ranked, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to spend all this time and money on doing SEO, but all we're going to do is yell to the top of the world, you've got a bad reputation, right? And he's like, yes. And he said, so, well, and without skipping a beat, he's like, so it'll be $1,500 to do the reputation, $1,000 a month for that, and then in 90 days, it'll be another $1,500, another $1,000 to do the SEO. And I said, yeah. And he's like, okay, that sounds good to me. And I had to hold my mouth up because I couldn't believe that I could get as much money for reputation as I could for all the work that was done in SEO. And that was my big aha moment. That someone's name, you can't put a price on it. Their business is their baby. They cherish it. They worked hard. They spend time away from their family. This is their legacy. This is what they worked years and years and years to get. And someone's going to say something bad about them? No way. Not for $1,000, not for $1 million. I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're a great company. So does that make sense to everybody? Any aha moments there about step one is we used to market, and then step two, then we build their 5-star reputation. That's just wrong. It was the wrong way of doing it. So here's what we do now. We actually build the reputation first. And then we market that reputation to get more customers. Now, when it comes to marketing, is there any marketing that you absolutely must do first? Do you have to do PPC first? Yes or no? PPC? No. Do you have to do mobile websites? Do you have to do mobile websites first? No. Do you have to do video marketing or social media marketing first? No. Do you have to do, trying to think of what other marketing is out there. Website. Do you have to have a website? Do you have to build that first? Yes or no? No. Do you have to do press releases first? No. Here's the brilliance of it. I hope this is a big shift and a big aha. The only marketing a company must do first, they must spend their money first, is reputation. Because none of this other marketing works anymore. What am I talking about, online or offline? What about TV? What about newspaper? We don't remember the phone number in the newspaper, but remember the company name, and we'll Google it. You don't remember the phone number off a TV advertisement, but you'll Google it, right? So this is huge. All roads lead back to reputation, and a bad reputation will destroy your marketing budget. Robert says, this is awesome. The light is finally coming on. If they see you on TV, they will check you online. Yes, Craig, and there's huge stats. I don't have it in front of me, but if you guys want to do some searching on Google about percentage of stats of people that see it online and then check it out, see it on TV and then check it out online. Huge stats on this. It's amazing all the stats that are coming in, and you are on the front side of the wave that's about to just come rushing into shore and fill your bank account and make you a huge business. But you've got to make sure that you have these principles in order. So here's the really cool part. Now, this is some good language I want you guys to learn. And that 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as a personal recommendation. 72% of buyers trust reviews as personal recommendations. So here's what I say. Mr. Customer, what if you had your customers walk in with their brother, their sister, their neighbor, their best friend, and their colleague at work? And all those people said, you should buy from this company. What would your sales look like in 30 days? And they say, it'd be amazing. Let me say that one more time. Everybody write this down. Mr. Customer, what would your business be like if every customer that walked in the door brought their mother, their father, their neighbor, their colleague, and best friend with them, and all those people they knew came in and said, you should buy from this company? And the customer always says, it would be amazing. I said, that's reputation marketing. Because 3 out of 4 buyers trust reviews just as much as personal recommendations. So when you've got reviews and you're marketing them to get more customers, that's like having an entire army of close relationships marketing for you. So good language, is that helpful, Robert? Carl, Bob, Tom, Sue? Does that make sense, Terry? Trey, Wendell, Marie, Martha? Okay, good, good. So this is the language that you need. This is why bonus 7 is so critical. Bob says, I'm converted. Good. The right place at the right time. So why is reputation marketing so vital to a business? So here's the question I ask. Now, I love this because a friend of mine named Sid says this. He said, every great sale starts with a great interview. Let me write that, guys, write that down. Every great sale starts with a great interview. So when you're doing an interview, are you talking or asking questions? Which is it? When you're doing an interview, are you talking or asking questions? Which is it? You're asking questions. So I want you to put in the chat box. I'll read them out loud. Let's do a little masterminding. And I want you guys to start writing down what questions you're going to ask. And let me give you one right now. Mr. Customer, how many reviews does your customer look at before they make a decision online to pick up the phone and call? How many reviews do customers review or look at before they pick up the phone and call and take action? You have to ask that question. I'm not asking you, Trey. I'm not asking you, Kevin. You have to ask them. Does that make sense? And then I reveal it. 10. And they go, whoa, 10. So if you don't have 10 reviews online on Yelp, you don't have 10 reviews on Google, you don't have 10 reviews on City Search, you don't have 10 reviews on Yellow Pages, what do you think they're going to do? Go to the next person that does. Now here's my next question. How many reviews do you think it takes for a business to be trusted? How many 5-star reviews does it take for a business to be trusted? That's question number 2. And they say 10, 20. I said, no, only 6 to 10. And here are the words I say exact word for word. Here it is. So, Mr. Customer, without 6 5-star reviews, your business isn't trusted. Now, did I just handle the objection of everybody that says, well, what about companies with no reviews? What do we do with them? Did I just handle that objection? Is that crystal clear now? Without 6 5-star reviews, your business can't be trusted. So Wendell says, now let me give you another quickie on this, because here are 2 numbers you have to know. Here are 2 numbers you have to know. The first number is the yearly value of a customer. Please write this down, the yearly value of a customer. What is the yearly value of a customer? You have to know that number. The second number you need to know is how many customers they serve a year. How many customers do they serve? I'm sorry, a month. How many customers do they serve a month? A year would be very difficult for most people to know, but most people know what they serve in a month. So here's the cool part about that. In business, the numbers tell you what to do. Please write that down. In business, the numbers tell you what to do. No, in total, Robert, in total. How many customers they serve every single month, and what the value of one customer is per year. And here's why you're going to do that. For this slide right here, positive Yelp ratings can boost a restaurant's nightly reservations by 19%. So an economist in California, Berkeley, did over 328 eateries and said, look, if you just increase a half a star, you can boost a business by 19%. So here's my exact words, word for word. Reputation marketing has proven to increase business by 19% by increasing a half-star rating online. So what is a customer worth to you per year? What is a customer worth to you per year?
Dave, what was the question before that?
The question is, there's two main questions. The first question is, what is the value of your customer per year? And the second is, how many customers do you serve every month? And so the reason why we ask that question is when we talk about this type of a stat, we say, well, let's be real conservative. You're at a 3.5 star. Let's say we went to a 4 star and we only increased your business by 5%. You're serving 100 customers a month, right? That means conservatively, you would increase your business by 5 customers. And you said each customer is worth $1,000 a year. That's a $5,000 increase per month. Does that make sense? Everybody get that? Do you see the numbers? Okay, let me repeat it one more time. Question number 1, the yearly value of a customer. Question number 2, how many customers do you serve a month? It's proven it can increase a business by 19%, but I'm going to be conservative. I want to cut it in half, and I want to say 10%. And you serve 100 customers a month, that's another 10 customers every single month that you're losing or you're gaining because of your reputation. That's huge. So if a yearly customer is worth to you $1,000, that's 10 grand. Or if it's 5%, and that's 5 customers. But you know, what do you think the average customers per month a dentist sees? Any idea? What does a dentist see? How many customers a day does a dentist see? Per day, some dentists will see 30 a day. Times that by 22 days a year, that's 600 customers a month. Take 5% of 600, what do you get? That's 30 customers. If his average value of a customer is $750 for the year, that's 30 times 750. Those are big numbers, guys. This is reputation marketing. Everybody see any aha moments here with the numbers that we're doing? This is easy stuff. Now, I'm teaching you how to market because you should not be learning fulfillment. You'll learn fulfillment when you get a few customers. And remember, if you even if you went out today and said, David, I got a contract. I can't wait to learn fulfillment. Can you teach me how to fulfill? What am I going to say? What am I going to tell you? No, wait 30 days. Wait 30 days. And then the next day, guess what you're going to go do? You're going to go duplicate what you did in the first 24 hours. You're going to get another one and another one and another one, and you got the best friend you've ever had in your life. It's called momentum. And you love Mo. When you get Mo, you don't quit. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, good. So hopefully that helps. Let's jump in here a little bit deeper. So what is really reputation marketing? So let me define it. This is something you must memorize. I will quiz you. I quiz everybody on this. You have to learn it. You gotta see it. It's like putting on rose-colored glasses. You gotta view all your marketing through this prism. Reputation marketing is building a 5-star reputation online and marketing that reputation to get more customers. To get more customers. Is that a 1-step process or a 2-step process? I want everybody put in the chat. Make sure you're paying attention here. This is critical. This is the difference between success and not succeeding. It is a two-step process. Brilliant, Terry. Brilliant, Julian. Brilliant, Jeff. Great job, Donna. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Trey. Two-step process. Build is the first step. Second is market. Now, how do you market their reputation? How do you market it? Through their mobile website. You market it with their social media. You market it with their pay-per-click. You market it with their display ads. You market it with Facebook. You market it with SEO. You market it with maps. All those other things you've been trying to sell. That's step 2. So who just got that? Who just said, look, now I get it now. I see how it all works. I keep hitting the same drum over and over and over again. Now let me ask you guys this question. If you want to play in a band and you want to be a brilliant, you want to be a great musician, you play in a band, and you run, and today you will learn guitar, a month from now you're going to learn piano, another month you're going to learn drums, then you pick up the tambourine, then you pick up the flute, then you pick up the oboe, then the trumpet. Is anybody going to want you in their band? Is anybody going to want you in their band if you jump from musical instrument every month or two? No way. No way. You'll be worthless. You'll be worthless to the band. More importantly, every time you pick up music, no one will listen. That's us with all the different products. For me and for Steve and hundreds of others, we don't play lots of instruments. We beat our drum over and over and over and over and over again with reputation, 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 reputation. Just like a drum is the beat and the heartbeat of the entire band that keeps everybody in rhythm, reputation is the heartbeat that keeps all of the marketing working really well. Without it, marketing doesn't work effectively. With it, it supercharges it. Reputation, and what's the ROI on reputation, by the way? What's the return on investment? The reason I love reputation is it's not really tangible. Reputation is like an insurance policy. Does everybody need insurance? Does everybody need insurance? Yeah, everybody needs insurance. That's why everybody needs reputation marketing. They need an insurance policy on the hard work that they've done for their company and their name. So reputation monitoring, just a commodity. Reputation marketing, something completely different. Okay, so let me give you the perfect reputation marketing strategy, then we'll take some questions here. So this is the exact strategy that I teach inside the Reputation Marketing Blueprint. So here it is. Ready? I'll get to some fulfillment questions. I'm happy to answer them, but I'm going to teach fulfillment right now. This is your fulfillment. Ready? Here we go. Step 1 in fulfillment, after you get a customer, you're going to build the reputation. Now, how do you build it? You get reviews. How do you get reviews? 2 ways. You have what's called a review feedback form that you create for your customer, and that customer can send that out via email. There's a lot of cool strategies we've got, and we'll teach you those in a little bit. Or what we do is we monitor all the top sites, Google and Yellow Pages and Bing and Insider Pages and Yahoo and all those sites, TripAdvisor, and then we capture reviews that way. So that's how we get reviews. So once we build and we get reviews, step 2 is selling. We use it in our sales strategies. We market that reputation. Now, how do you market that reputation? You market it on their website. You market it on their Facebook, their Twitter, their Flickr, their Photo Bucket, their LinkedIn, on their blog, on their newspapers, on their postcards, on their emails, everywhere. So any questions about build and market? Does that make sense? We get reviews, and then we market those reviews. It's our job to help them. And in Reputation Marketing Blueprint, I go into great detail on how all this works. You just need to go in there and go through it. Any questions real quick? Where we start the training, step one is you need to go through Reputation Marketing Blueprint over the next week. But the most important thing is you're out marketing. Market, market, market. And I'll get to that in just a second. I'll pull all this together. I just want to make sure you understand getting reviews and then marketing those reviews. Now, the third step is you got to manage it. Once you're out marketing, and let's say we got some great reviews and great reputation, you're only one customer away from a bad reputation. So we got to make sure that when people leave reviews that we know about them. So that's what Reputation Kahuna does. It monitors the reputation. That's what Reputation Kahuna does. It syndicates all those reviews to websites, to LinkedIn, to Flickr, to PhotoBucket, all automatically. And so you can see here, we monitor and gauge them too. So if there's a bad review that's left, it's our responsibility for the money they're paying us to make sure that we reply back. Because we give you templates, psychological templates, that we've literally had people turn bad reviews into 5-star reviews. Remember, every bad review can be changed. Every bad review can be changed. We just did a case study with a gentleman that literally someone left a bad review, and he used Reputation Marketing Blueprint, the response templates, and they turned it to a 5-star review within a week. Now, the last part is create culture. Now, this is critical because this is a huge selling feature. Creating culture is so vital. That means we go into the business and we train them. We educate and inspire. And so we go in the business. Now, we physically don't go into the business. Inside Reputation Kahuna, there's an entire training center system that every single company that you put in there, we build a training center for that specific company. And then that company, let me show you guys real quick so you can see this. Let me open up Reputation Kahuna. And then you can see here, see where it says training? So if I click on training, you'll see that every single company has a URL, and click preview. And what happens is you've got a training center that's all built for them. They put in their name, their email, their staff, or customer service, and they click start training. And there's 45 minutes of training that they watch. How online marketing works. Why is reputation vital for a business? Your role in reputation marketing. And then they take a quiz. And then what we tell our customers is, look, once your employees take the quiz, then we'll send you the results of that quiz. So you know what employees really care about giving great customer service and which employees need a good push in the right direction. Now, how many of you see that as a huge selling point? How many of you see that as a big change of language? Massive change of language. Matter of fact, Steve did something really cool a few weeks ago. So Steve, talk about what your experience, because you typically don't have local customers, but you had got a customer in your neighborhood about an hour away, and you said you actually went there and did what? Could you explain that experience?
Yeah, it was a really good experience. It was a really big investment on my time. They're about a 45-minute drive there. Then I spent 2 hours at the office actually going through the training with them, and another 45 minutes back. So it was really a half a day. But I wanted to do it in person because I wanted to get a feel of the experience they went through together as a team, and it was awesome. All in all, it was a great experience. To cover the material and ask them questions and see the expression on their faces was just amazing. One of the things I did is I asked them those 2 key questions that you just told us, and that is, on an average, how many customers do you get on a per day or per month basis? And we figured it out that they have, over the last 2 years that they've been open, they've had 6,000 people come through their front doors, 6,000 customers in the 2 years that they've been open. And then I asked them, I said, well, how many good reviews do you think you have online right now? In the last 2 years, you've had 6,000 people come through your front doors. How many reviews do you think you have online right now that are good? And the doctor was like, oh, it's probably, 50 to 100 at least. And it turned out that they had 25 reviews that were posted online across the entire internet out of 6,000. And their face, literally, their jaw hit the floor. And I said, and these people are counting on, getting more business. I mean, the esthetician and everybody in there that does sales and everything just couldn't believe it. They said, I can't believe it. We've been in business and everybody loves this so much. I just can't believe that we don't have more good reviews online. And they were just shocked. So they really got behind the training. I showed them the videos. I walked them through the videos. We spent probably an hour and a half doing the training. And they were thrilled with it. They were excited. And now they're really eager to start collecting reviews for the office and building that 5-star reputation when they interact with the patients, as well as when they ask for reviews.
So, and what did you do, by the way? How did you train them? Just give everybody your secret to the training.
So really, I just used your stuff. I showed up at their office and I said, look, we're going to have a monitor big enough where the whole office can sit down and watch the training. And I took them right there to their own training pages that we created for them in the system.
And all you did was push play.
And I pushed, well, I gave them a little, I gave them a little intro and explained to them why we're doing what we're doing. So they got the big picture, the 30,000-foot view. And then I said, okay, let's watch the videos. We've got about 40 minutes, 45 minutes worth of videos here. And then we're going to take a test at the end. We watched the different videos. In between each one of the videos, I'd ask for feedback, and ask experiences of how they can relate with the business. So I kept them engaged. And then at the end of it, we took a team quiz. And they were fighting over who could take the test. Literally, okay, I get the next question. I get the next question, and we had a great time in the process. Very educational, and then at the end there, I basically sent them an email to ask for reviews on me, so I got more 5-star reviews.
That's brilliant. So
the training that I gave.
What I love about what you did is you win an experience, but you don't have to be face to face. Now, by the way, have you done any virtually yet in the last 2 weeks? Because I know you said you were just going to do the next one virtually.
No, we got a couple that are scheduled, but we haven't actually done them yet. And
okay. Well,
yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want everybody to know that. Sorry, it's a little delay. So I just want everybody to know that he went in personally. That's not necessary. It's really just necessary to give them the link, and then what happens in your back office here? If you look and you go under the results, you can see who actually took the quiz. Everybody see that? So you know who took it, and then the manager's emails every single time that they fill out the quiz, this is the email that gets sent to the actual manager with their name and everything. So if they've got 30 employees, only 3 people took the quiz, you can tell them, look, I want to let you know this is a big issue. We don't have a lot of people that have taken it. You need to make an announcement and make sure everybody starts taking it. So guys, this is what's going to differentiate you from everybody else. It's not reputation monitoring. It's not management. It's reputation marketing. So when it comes to fulfillment, let me go back and now show you so everybody can see the graphic. So this really helps everybody kind of get a little bit more clarity. So can everybody see what happens now that we educate and inspire, and that's how we educate? We just have a little training center. Very, very simple. Yes, you can brand it with your own logo. Everything in our system is white label. How do you get the customer in the back office? You just give them the link. So you just give them the link. So if you go into your back office, you get you've got so you click on training. Click on training. So I'm going to do it right here. Click on training. You'll see there's a link right here, and you can rebrand the link if you want. And then all you do is click preview, and there it is right there. You can copy this link and send it. And then they'll so again, you can do all the background. You can do your own banner. So everything is 100% white labeled for you. Would you do a bit.ly so you can tell how often they come in? No, you've already got that feature, as I just mentioned. If you actually click on the results, you know how many people took it. Everybody see that? You know how many people took it right there. So you don't need, you can bit.ly it, you can do whatever you want with it. So let's go back and let me show you, because I think this is really important that everybody kind of sees this. And that's a great question. Do you need to outsource to set all this up? The answer is no. This is so ridiculously simple. Listen, you should outsource things you have to do over and over and over and over again that take you more than 15 minutes. But you can set all this up in less than an hour. They're going to pay you $1,000. You're going to spend an hour of your time. Now, the only thing I would outsource in fulfillment would be if you had to create all the sites for them. So if they didn't have a Google Plus site, or they didn't have a Yahoo, or they didn't have a Bing, or they didn't have a Yelp, if you had to do all those sites, then you could outsource that. You know, I would say that would be a good outsourcing, but to set everything up, oh my goodness, so easy. Okay, now, after you create the culture, then what happens? What do you think happens after you create the culture? What happens? What's the next step? You get reviews. That's right. You get reviews, and then you market those reviews, and then you monitor those reviews, and then you create the culture. You feed it back in with the reports, and then you build a reputation. You market. This is a cycle over and over and over and over again. Make sense? So they always need you. They always need you. And this is how you build a long-term, very successful business that works for you and you not work for it. Any questions on this? So Joanne's asking, could I say this again? This is a cycle. It's not linear. It goes over and over. You build a reputation, you market it, then you monitor it, then you feed that information back into the culture. That's why we have what's called reputation reports. So let me show you that real quick, just so you can kind of see the fulfillment side. So in Reputation Kahuna, you can see reports. Everybody see the report tab here? So by the way, most of this is done on default and automatic for you. So if I click Edit, you'll see that we're going to send a report banner. Here's the banner. Create your own banner. Send report now. Send it weekly on Monday, bi-weekly on Monday, or the first of each month. And then what it's going to do, it's going to take all the reviews that it collected over the last month and send it in a report to the actual decision maker. So it says send reports to who? Right here. So every month or every Monday, they're going to get a report that they can feed back into the culture and they can email. Because we want people to get feedback. We want them to have meetings to say, hey guys, great job. We got 12 more reviews this month, and this is what people had to say. So can everybody see the power of that, of having reputation reports and encouraging the business to feed those reports back into and to forward those reports to the team? Brett said, okay, David, you said no fulfillment. Can we go back to getting past the gatekeeper? Yes. The reason I want to touch on fulfillment is these are sales strategies in the fulfillment. So it's important to know that we're going to send them reports. It's important to know we're going to train the employees. So let's go back. Let's jump back in here, and I want to get to those questions in just a moment. I just want everybody to see the power in the whole system being put together for you. So let's go right now and let's jump in here. Let me just go through. Now, one thing most people don't understand is that if you're selling SEO, you have to be exclusive to one company per city, but not with reputation. Reputation, there is no exclusivity, because reputation, does it depend on us or depend on them? Which is it? Make sure you guys get this question. Does reputation depend on us or them? Which is it? On them. SEO, does it depend on us or them? SEO, which is it? Us. Social media, does it depend on us or them? Us. Does it depend on PPC? Does that depend on us or them? Us. Reputation marketing.
I got a question on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I love that it's not exclusive to just one customer. But how do you explain that to the business? How do you explain that to the customer? I mean, or do you explain that to them? I know I'm using in the proposals, I'm using the exclusivity clause, but then it kind of contradicts itself because if I want to sign somebody else up in the area, how do you explain that to the customer?
Well, actually, that's your choice. You can use exclusivity. I mean, we've got, like Sean and many others, they use exclusivity and they charge more. Their exclusivity clause comes with a price.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could be doing this with every single one of your competitors, but if you'd like to exercise the exclusivity clause, it's an additional $500 a month. So you can say we're exclusive, or here's what you do. You go in at $2,000 a month or $1,500 a month, and they say, ooh, that's too expensive. You heard that one before? Well, we need a better price. Can you give us a better price? Say, no problem. I'll take away the exclusivity clause and drop it $500 a month. How do you like that?
I like it.
So allow us to work with your competitors, and we'll drop it. Now you really got an interesting conversation, don't you?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, so what do we typically charge? We typically charge $1,500 setup and $1,000 a month. Okay, so if you get our contracts and proposals, I teach something called exclusivity clause. And what Steve was just asking is he always uses exclusivity. That's part of his sales strategy. Say, look, I'm only working with one company. Are you the company? If not, I'll move on to your competition. So I say keep on using that, but they always ask you to drop your price. I mean, everybody negotiates. No one goes, $1,500, no problem. That sounds great. I mean, some people do, but rarely. They'll say, oh, can you give us a better deal? And you say, no problem. Let me drop the exclusivity clause. We'll drop it down to $250 a month. And now you can work with their competition. And now you'll see if they want to keep that or not. Because after you've shown them all this, and they think that you can actually do this with their competition, that's a whole other thought process. Yeah, it's a brilliant close. So let's jump in here to talk really about the process itself. And let's talk about generating leads. So I want everybody to see this. There are really 4 types of leads that you'll find. Obviously, ones with bad reputation, we already talked about. That's low-hanging fruit. No reputation, that's low-hanging fruit because everybody needs reputation. Because remember, people make decisions after reading 10 reviews, and a business can't be trusted as long as they have 6 to 10 5-star reviews. And then you've got a good reputation. Now, I've already tied that down the very beginning of the slide. We talked about when we asked the customer, well, which would you choose? Product 1, product 2, or product 3? They chose product 3. And then the 5-star reputation. Now, do people with good reputations need you? Yes or no? Do people with good reputations need you? Why, Moses? Why, Robert? Why, Dave? Why, Wayne? Why, Carl? Why, Brett? Why do they need you? What's the phrase I'm looking for? To protect it? Yes. Brilliant, Jillian. Because they're only one customer away from a bad reputation. But you know what? Sean said it brilliantly. Bob said it brilliantly. But those that have great reputations aren't marketing them. Ooh. So is the low-hanging fruit people with bad reputations or people with good reputations? Which is it? All of them. That's right. I love this. This is awesome. Because if they've got a 5-star reputation, they're not marketing it. So now you can market it to do what? Get more customers. So getting leads is easy. So let's find some leads. So let me open up Lead Kahuna real quick. Let me just kind of show you around a little bit. Because Lead Kahuna is just a powerful, powerful system. And there's some features in here that a lot of you might not be aware of. So I'm just going to quickly go through it. First of all, what niche do you guys want to go after? Give me a quick niche. All right, real quick niche. No, don't go after financial planners. Never go after restaurants. Do not go after financial planners. Do not go after realtors. let me give you the niches to go after. Please write this down. Dentists, chiropractors, spas, roofers, contractors, CPAs, accountants. You go through all those first. And then you can go, but do not go after restaurants. Do not go after realtors. Do not go after mortgage brokers. And if you want to know why, go through, when you get Lead Kahuna, go through the tip and go strategy. I explain why. So, all right, so let's go after a niche. Let's say accountant. I don't know, let's do something cool. Let's do like dance studio. Let's do dance studio. I've never done this before. Dance studio Atlanta. Click on find leads. So what Lead Kahuna is going to do, it's going to go through and it's simply going to target the market and go after the market. Pretty easy stuff. Now, it's important that you guys realize that Lead Kahuna just doesn't do reputation. Now, a lot of you don't even realize that when it comes to reputation, Lead Kahuna does some really cool stuff, and we're adding new features almost every few weeks. But now, it used to just do bad reviews on Google, but now it does bad reviews on insider pages, and now it does bad reviews on yellow pages as well. So it'll grab all these bad reviews for you. It'll also, which a lot of people don't realize, it'll also look at pay-per-click to see if they're spending money on AdWords. It'll also go to the website. How many of you are selling websites right now? How many of you are selling websites? Yeah, okay, so it'll also see if they're author verified. It'll also look to see if there's a contact form, an opt-in page. It'll see if there's a video on their homepage. It'll look to see if there's micro formats, to see if their citation is properly. It'll see if there's a text phone number. It'll see if the keyword is in the title. It'll see if there's actually a Twitter Connect, a Google Connect, a YouTube Connect, a Facebook Connect. So very, very powerful stuff. So there's nothing like this on the planet when it comes to generating leads. You literally know more about their marketing than they do. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Okay, so so now once you find leads, right, then you go to message leads and you can email them. Pretty simple stuff in emailing. The really amazing thing about emailing leads is when you import when you actually import a lead sheet, you can actually do what's called tokens. And so let me minimize. What I tried to do here, and I don't think it worked very well. What I tried to do with Lead Kahuna is, there we go, that's better. All right. I resized my window so you could see everything. So in Lead Kahuna, you can see here, if you actually import a lead sheet, and you can import any CVS file. So I'm just going to import one real quick. Let's just do one. So you can quickly create very personalized reputation emails. And inside Lead Kahuna, I give you my personal email templates. And so you can see, you know, I read, and you scroll down here, Google reviews number or Google bad reviews, you know, bad reviews about you. And so everything is very personalized. Hey, first name, you know, my name is Steve, and I read, and I should say I found some bad reviews about you on your company names website, like this one. And then you scroll down here, put Google bad reviews. And then if you click preview, hey Andy, my name is Steve, and I found some bad reviews about your Elite Dental Association's website, like this one. Hey Amy, My name's Steve. I found some bad reviews about your Monarch Dental. Can everybody see how powerful this is? Does that make sense? Can everybody see this, by the way, or is my screen messed up? Okay. Okay, good. So now one of the things that a lot of you don't realize is something called web message leads, because we're always improving this. Now, there's not another technology that I've ever seen in the world like this. I'm sure that people will start copying this because they seem to always copy what we're doing, but you have this if you got Lead Kahuna. And now what you're going to do is fill out all your information, import your spreadsheet. So use the same spreadsheet, and take the email message, same email message, copy it, and go into web message leads and paste it. By the way, you can do templates as well. So you can save it as a template, create a template, put bad reviews dentist, click save template, whoops. And then when you go into your web message leads, you can select a template. Everybody see that? So every time you select it, so if I delete it out of here, boom, it automatically goes in here. So you don't have to rewrite it every single time. Then all you're going to do is import your lead sheet, and then you're going to come down here, and this is powerful stuff. Watch very closely. I'm going to select the URL of the website, and then Lead Kahuna will go to every single website. It will search for the Contact Us page. It will then fill out the form and a personalized message to the owner with 80% accuracy. So 80% of all the forms we get filled out perfectly. So between emailing and now web message leads, you have almost 100% response in being able to connect with the business and send them a message about your services and products. Julian's asking, how do you build your spreadsheet of leads? Well, that's what we're doing right here. Find leads. What you do is I'm going to pause it, choose your leads, save it. That's all you do is save it. So this is find leads, message leads. You can call the leads and leave voicemails. You can even mail them. So let me import the same spreadsheet. And then what I'm going to do is I can select a template if I want to. Then what I'm going to do is use my name, paste the same cover letter, and watch what this does. Yeah, it'll save it, it'll export it as a CVS file or import it as a CVS file. So, and by the way, any list that you've got, Lead Kahuna will take in. So I want you guys to see what happens here. Step 1, Lead Kahuna will print your cover letter as a PDF. Step 2, it will go to something called a print link. So let's say I want to print out their website URL. So those that are doing mobile marketing, you say, look, this is a photo, this is your website. So what it'll do is it'll take your cover letter is a PDF, then it'll go to the website, screenshot the website, turn that into a PDF, and then you can even add a PDF here, like a brochure of what their website should look like if it was mobile optimized. And then click print, and it will print out the PDF with the company name like Laser Dental Care, Great Expectations on your hard drive. And all you do is highlight and print, and they roll off your printer as if you spent all day writing letters, screenshotting, creating PDFs, and it was all done with one click of a button. So can you see how we generate leads very easy for almost any service or any product that you've got? Any questions on this? Should we stick with one niche or does it matter? Julian, you got to watch, you got to get Lead Kahuna and you got to watch the tip and go training strategy. There's a lot to cover, and I can't go all over in one mastermind, but yes, target one market. Target one market. One problem. Okay, so listen, we're building a six-figure business for you guys, so we're giving you everything you need. Now, the last thing I want to cover here is, now, we talked about, that was called, what part of your business is Lead Kahuna? What part of your business? Put it in the chat box. I want everybody to put in the chat box, and we'll end with this. Lead gen, that's right, lead gen. So now what's the next part of our business? What's the next part of our business? Lead conversion, that's right, conversion. Very good. A lot of you are getting this. You're getting it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so lead conversion is something we call reputation report. And here's how you find reputation report. You go in to your local Marketing Genius website. Now, realize there are two different websites. Your Reputation Marketing Blueprint is for training. Training, training, training. Local Marketing Genius is where the software is. The monthly software. And then Lead Kahuna is a completely different site. So I know there are three different sites. That's why there are three different systems. That's why I wanted to explain it to you so you're not confused. We can't put it all under one site because we've got lots of people that just buy Lead Kahuna, and we can't put it all, the reputations, we can't put the training all in one center. It just gets overwhelming for people. So we try to keep it separate. But for you guys, because you want everything, you want kind of a business in a box, this is why I'm doing this mastermind, to show you everything you need to build a six-figure business. So in Reputation Report, you can see Reputation Power Suite. You click on Local Reputation Report. Now this is the system. Now you click on Access Your Local Reputation Report here, and everybody has what's called their own white label reputation report. So you can see here, everybody's got a subdomain. See that subdomain? So here's my suggestion, that you would actually go to GoDaddy or wherever you buy a URL, and everybody put your company name. So if your company name is ABC Co., I put ABC Co. report. Oh, excellent. Robert says, mine is checkyourreputation.biz. Brilliant, Robert. Who else has got some URLs? John's got reputation status report. Love it.com. Love it. That's great. So what you do is you take that URL and you just forward it to your reputation report, which is right here. Everybody see this? That's your link. So when you log in, that's your link. Trey says, your 5starreputation.com. Love it. Brett says, get my reputation report. Love it. So when you, now, if you want to turn it into a PDF, all you do is click on reputation reports, and you can create one by simply clicking adding a report, putting the report name, putting in the company phone number and the country, and click save. And here's a link. How many of you would think it would be really cool just to send a link, a direct link right to someone? So yes, so you can send a direct link and you can turn it into a PDF. So you see the PDF, you just click on PDF, it will run the report, and then it'll turn it into a PDF automatically. Now, a couple other things. Now the features, if you click on features, there's a lot of cool features. Everything's white labeled. So if I go back here and I click on my welcome, I'm going to click on my link, my subdomain. It's going to go right to my report. And when I click on my report, if I click on reputation reports, or I'm sorry, my features, you can see I can change everything. So I can say, Julian's reputation report. And I want to change it to 999. I'm going to click Save Changes. And now if I actually do a refresh, you're going to see at the top here, Everything changed. Now you can do anything you want here. You can change the headline. See, if you scroll over this, I want you to see if I click on this. This is the headline. You can change everything. You can change the authority banner. You can even change the video. You can add a name and email. Watch this. Hey, David, I want to collect a name and email. Can I collect a name and email? Sure. Click these two. Click Save. Now let's go back. Now watch this. See, it's just asking for their business name or their phone number. Now it's your name, email, address, and business phone number. Everybody see that? This is a patent pending process. So here's what I always say. We have a patent pending technology that we are allowing you to use, and typically we charge $197 for it. So now regarding the video, if you want to change the video on the home page, just create your own video, copy and paste your YouTube URL in here. If you want to use an opt-in form, SendPepper, Aweber, Infusion, Office Autopilot, GetResponse, and MailChimp, they're all designed in here. And so all you do is copy and paste your URL or your code in here, and it will automatically take your leads and throw them into your autoresponder system. Does that make sense? Now, listen, there's a ton of training we could do on this, but here's the most important thing I want you to see. The most important thing I want you to see is that this is for you to give away. If you're not giving this away to 10 to 20 people a week, you're not working. Don't think about marketing, think about giving. Now, how much is this report worth? Let me just put some names in here real quick. How much is this report worth? That's right, at minimum $200. Now, one of the reasons why people don't see value in what you're doing is you don't say what the value is. So you always have to say, I'm going to give you a $200 report. And so I want to explain the report to you, and this is all you have to do. All you have to do is simply give this report away. That's it. Now, this company here, you can see they have 3 bad reviews. Their score is poor. Now, is it possible for someone to have 10 bad reviews and have a good reputation score? Is that possible? Yes, it is. And here's why. The 3 bad reviews have nothing to do with their reputation score. Their reputation score is based on us downloading all the reviews from all over the web. And then we categorize them by good reviews versus bad reviews. And then we score them. So here are the numbers. 5%, 10%, and 15%. If they have 5% bad reviews and 95% good reviews, we think they have a good reputation. If they have 10% bad reviews and 90% good reviews, they have a good reputation or fair. If they're over 10% bad reviews, they have a poor reputation. So that means 1 out of 10 or 15% or more. So they could have 30 bad reviews and still have a great reputation. So our system takes into consideration all reviews. Does that make sense? Everybody get that? But the cool part is we instantly show them all the issues they're having. Look, we found no reviews on Foursquare, no reviews on Insider Pages. We couldn't find you on City Search. We couldn't find you on Super Pages. Now, is it possible that they could be on Super Pages and we not find them? Is that possible? Yes or no? Could they be on super pages? Yes, and here's why. They might have called their company Uptown Dentist. And if it's Uptown Dentist on super pages, we don't look at that as the same company. If they're Uptown Dental Care and they have a different phone number and a slightly different address and they leave off the 255, we don't count that as a match. The way we find them is based on company name and phone number. Their company name must match. The first two words of the company name must match, and the phone number must match. Because that's what Google looks at prominently, is the company name and phone number. So you can see, look at all this data. I mean, this is amazing. But here's the most powerful part of it. We download their bad reviews so they can see it. Worst experience in my life, shady place. So this is how you convert leads. You don't need a huge presentation. All you need to do is have a conversation. And the conversation is, do you know what people are saying about you online? You don't? Well, we typically charge $200 for a reputation report. But what I'd like to do is go back to the office and spend the afternoon creating a report for you to show you all the reviews we found and see how we can position you as a market leader. Does that make sense? Write this down. All I have to do is give the reputation report away. In our next mastermind, I'll go over the language and we'll go a little bit more detail about generating leads and converting leads. Because remember, we got 30 days before we start fulfilling. Everybody agree on that? 30 days before we start fulfilling. So it's all about marketing. Some of you are going to be going to birthday parties or reunions or networking events or, all kinds of stuff over the next 30 days. Make sure you got your reputation report handy, that you can easily put someone's phone number in and pull a report. Very easy to do. So use Lead Kahuna to find leads and send your link out. Now, one of the last things I want to show you on your website, because some of you get traffic to your website, let me show you Real Strategic real quick. So if we go to realstrategic.com, we actually have under features, we've got something called banners. And these banners allow you to simply get the code and put a banner on the sidebar of your website or blog, and they don't even have to go to your landing page. They can literally just put their phone number in a banner. So you could do a lot of cool marketing with this. So then what's going to happen, so this is what it would look like. Let's see where we're at here. So you can see on my sidebar, there's a banner. So I just put my phone number in, and it will pull a report. Does that make sense? So some of you have like website blogs, and you've done the blogging, and some of you are doing, have done press releases and stuff like that. Put a link to your landing page. Put a banner for them to opt in. And then what's going to happen? Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
A question regarding that banner. So when you click on that banner, does that take you to your landing page, or can you do it right from there in the banner and it goes from there? It goes right to the report from the banner. So I haven't used the banners yet, so I want to start using them. But they actually put the phone number in the banner, hit enter, and then it takes them to the landing page.
No, it takes them right to their report, not the landing page.
Oh, it takes them right to the report.
Right to the report, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to start using those banners. I haven't used them yet.
Yeah, and there's so much that we built for everybody that even someone that's, in the last 90 days like Steve that's, built a six-figure business, I mean, he's crushing it. There's so much more. We built this business for us, and we're literally just allowing you to copy our business to be successful. So, and so the last thing I just want to share with you is the difference between prospects and leads. A prospect is someone that pulled a report. So you can see here, these are the people that pulled reports. A lead is someone that opted in to get more information. So if you look on the report, see the sidebar here? How to build a reputation, name and email. So you know these are hot leads. But someone that just pulls a report, here's the really cool part. Every time they pull a report, you get notified via email. Our system will automatically send you their information, send you their phone number, and send you a link to their report so you can call them right away. This is important. If someone pulls a report, you don't wait. You call them immediately. Does that make sense? Everybody understand what the difference between a feature or prospects and leads? Leads get opted in to what's called our 24-hour training. And this 24-hour training page is a great lead generator. So what it is, it's simply our video. Shouldn't have put that in there. So let me save this real quick. So this page is what they get when they opt into this training. So see this training on the side here? And all we do is we brand you. So this is literally 20 minutes of reputation training. And you can put all your contact information on the sidebar, and you can even put information down below, you know, opt in or call us today or click to call, whatever you want to do. So this is a great irresistible offer that you can even send out. So I know we've covered a lot of ground, but here are the big takeaways. Don't fulfill. Don't worry about fulfillment. Go into bonus 7. Make sure you learn the language, and then go out and give 10 to 20 reputation reports every single week. Then in about 10 days' time here, we'll do another training. I'll keep you accountable. I'll bring some of you on, and we'll work out how to get past the gatekeeper. We'll work out all those language questions. But you have to take action. Come to me with your problems, and then I'll help you solve them inside the mastermind. Good stuff? Is that helpful? By the way, if those of you have any questions or getting access to systems, our support is lmgsupport.com. Again, lmgsupport.com. So please just go to lmgsupport.com and put in a ticket, and we'll make sure we help you any way that we can. All right, any last questions before we go? And Steve, I want to give you a huge shout out. Thank you so much. If you guys are in our sales or genius mastermind coming up, then you'll see Steve. He's part of our elite. He moved right from regular sales mastermind or genius mastermind right into the elite because he's doing such a brilliant job. Yes, will this be recorded? Yes, this is being recorded, and we're going to send it out to you probably in the next day or two so that you can review it and go through it. I strongly suggest everybody reviewing this training and taking good notes and even listening to it over and over. Steve, how many times have you listened to the trainings just to kind of keep it in the back of your mind and you're picking up new stuff all the time?
At least 2 or 3 times, and it's like every time I listen to it, it's I hear something different, you know, that you catch, and you think, oh, you know, that the light bulb comes on. That's why he said that the way he said it, because you know, the reaction you get from a prospect is different. And so the training literally, you know, it's something that you don't catch everything the first time. I mean, you only take in so much information on the first time. You definitely want to rewatch the training. And the more you watch it, the more you're able to actually put it into every day-to-day use and get more out of it and sign more customers.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And so if you want an additional Lead Kahuna license, click on recommended resources. And if you scroll down here, you can see Lead Kahuna. And if you don't have it, you can see it's a membership price at this point of only $97 for the year. So to buy an extra license, and if you're on because you got a special offer somewhere else and you don't have Lead Kahuna, then you can actually go in and get it here for $97. So I know many of our customers have 2 and 3 licenses because they went out and hired someone to do their lead gen. so that every day they're getting leads and leads and leads and leads. They built a system. So my strongest suggestion, if you're going to hire anybody for your business, the first person you hire is a lead generator and give them lead kahuna. Regarding our masterminds, no, they're closed at this point. They open up every 4 months. So my strongest suggestion would be is that you just, that's why I'm doing this mastermind with everybody, is you'll get emails letting you know when we open up. We open up every 4 months. We typically sell out. So I want to do a very special mastermind just for reputation marketing blueprint owners so that you get a jump start on everything. Okay, guys, well, listen, you guys take care, and we'll see you in the next 10 days for the next mastermind. Make sure you don't miss it. And thanks again, Steve. You guys have a blessed week. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.